Idea kandungan program yang lebih interaktif, segar, bervariasi, serta mampu mencetuskan inspirasi pada penonton.
Pengisian program berbentuk intelektual, didik hibur, santai serta berhiburan.
Kandungan maklumat yang tepat dan relevan.
TV Channel.
Inspirasi,
Informatif,
relevan.
How did EBSCO become the world's largest information services provider? We empower researchers and organizations by providing them with the software tools necessary to manage and optimize their resources. We are focused on delivering content that further enables equitable access. Our mission is to transform lives by providing relevant and reliable information when, where, and how people need it. To achieve this mission, our teams create search technologies and innovative solutions to help people readily access and use all their institution's resources. Our technologists use leading-edge tools to create pioneering solutions, allowing users to connect to the information they need at any time and any place. EBSCO also helps institutions improve their workflows, provide meaningful analytics, support and safeguard their publications, simplify their back-end workings, uphold rigorous standards for accessible content, and provide quality access to information. We do this by offering industry-leading tools and resources that enable customers to purchase and manage their content and optimize their software services. At our core, EBSCO is dedicated to using information to improve outcomes through researching, learning, teaching, providing patient care, and many other services. Through our vision, action, and innovation, we are dedicated to supporting our customers' continued success.
Sekarang. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat pagi, salam sejahtera diucapkan kepada semua peserta yang hadir ke program Eksplorasi Digital at U-Pustaka 2023. Bersama kami pada pagi ini adalah latihan Ebscohost. Baiklah tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, saya mengalu-alukan kehadiran semua pagi ini dan saya doakan semoga kita dapat berkongsi ilmu dan dapat manfaatkan ilmu pada pagi ini. Pada hari ini kita akan berkongsikan ilmu tentang macam mana nak menggunakan Ebscohost. Ya, bekalan data ini disediakan oleh Perpustakaan Negara Malaysia yang boleh dicapai melalui portal U-Pustaka. Okey, pada pagi ini saya Nolela binti Osman, penolong pengarah kanan bahagian sumber elektronik Perpustakaan Negara Malaysia. Bersama saya pada pagi ini kita ada jurulatih ataupun trainer dari Ebscohost iaitu Miss J. Hai J.
Hello.
Dan Mr. Ryan. Hi Ryan.
Hi everyone.
Okay. Baiklah, peserta semua, pada pagi ni kita sangat bertuah dan sangat berbesar hati. Kita ada Miss J dan kita ada juga Mr. Ryan yang akan berkongsikan dengan kita bagaimana untuk memanfaatkan penggunaan penggunaan data Ebscohost. Ya, saya nak beritahu pada tuan-tuan dan perempuan bahawa Miss J ni dia online dengan kita dari Melbourne. Dan Mr. Ryan ni online dengan kita dari Manila. Walaupun jauh, tapi kita bersama pagi ini dalam YouTube. Ya, okey, baiklah tuan-tuan dan perempuan. Okey, saya tengok ramai yang hadir. Okey, jemput masuk. Jom ajak rakan-rakan ahli keluarga kita yang lain. Kita sertai program pagi ini. Okey, saya mohon bersama tuan-tuan dan perempuan untuk like dan share link YouTube PNN TV channel ini supaya ramai lagi boleh dapat manfaat dengan perkongsian ilmu pagi ini. Ya, okey. Baiklah, ramai yang dah hadir kan. Okey, jom masuk. Ada yang bagi salam. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya doakan semua tuan-tuan dan perempuan sihat, cergas pagi ini. Ya. Okey, baiklah. Saya untuk memulakan program ni saya akan kongsikan kemudian sekali ini memang awesome. Ebscohost menawarkan 20 hadiah untuk 20 orang pemenang. Okey, pastikan tuan-tuan dan perempuan stay tune with us hingga ke akhir program, ya. Sertai kuis ni dapatkan hadiah yang menarik daripada Ebscohost. Okey, baiklah. Untuk makluman tuan-tuan dan perempuan, ada yang baru menyertai kita, ada yang telah sebelum ini menyertai kita. Selamat datang. Okay, saya sangat berbesar hati menerima kehadiran tuan-tuan dan perempuan pagi ini. Okay, perkhidmatan U-Pustaka ni semuanya percuma. Boleh akses pangkalan data percuma. Ya, dengan syarat tuan-tuan dan perempuan menjadi ahli U-Pustaka. Mudah saja. Jadi ahli pustaka boleh akses semua pangkalan data yang disediakan secara percuma. Okay, untuk menjadi ahli pustaka, tuan-tuan dan perempuan kena ikut dia ada isi borang dan baca dahulu cara-cara tata caranya dan pastikan ada 5 maklumat yang penting. Maklumat yang perlu diisikan dalam borang itu adalah nama sebenar tuan-tuan dan perempuan seperti dalam IC, nombor IC, ya, pastikan nombor tu betul, dan email yang aktif, kemudian nombor telefon yang aktif, dan yang kelima adalah alamat tuan-tuan dan perempuan, ya. Okey, pastikan kelima info ini diisi dengan betul. Ya, setelah mengisi borang itu, tuan-tuan dan perempuan akan dapat notification untuk mengesahkan dan dapat ID dan password. Okey, untuk memastikan tuan-tuan perempuan tahu caranya, mari kita saksikan tayangan video mana untuk menjadi ahli pusaka. Okey, silakan. Baiklah, tuan-tuan dan perempuan, kita dah saksikan tadi tayangan video bagaimana untuk menjadi ahli pusaka. Mudah saja kan? Pastikan tuan-tuan dan perempuan ikut arahan yang diberikan, isi maklumat dengan betul, dan setelah menerima email, sahkan notifikasi tersebut. Tuan-tuan dan perempuan akan dapat ID dan password. Ya, baiklah, ingat ya, 5 info tadi mesti betul, ya. Okey, saya dapati ramai yang dah masuk. Okey, terima kasih. Jom kita ajak lagi rakan-rakan kita. Pastikan tuan-tuan dan perempuan like dan share link kita ni supaya ramai lagi boleh mengakses ke pangkalan data Ebscohost pagi ini, ya. Okey, baiklah. Untuk meneruskan lagi, saya akan serahkan kepada Miss J untuk menunjukkan cara-cara menggunakan Ebscohost. Hai J.
Hi Puan Nurila.
Okay J. Okay, so after the participant have their ID and password, they can access to U-Pustaka. So can you show us how to log in and access to the Ebscohost? Okay, sure. Jay, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to go across to my web browser to show you how the login process works. So you just go across to u-library.gov.my/portal. and that will take you to the U-Pustaka portal. Now, if we just scroll down the home screen, and on the right-hand side, there is a sign-in option. So once you have your user ID and your password, you can then proceed to sign in. So if I click on the sign in button, I already have my credentials. It will then let me log in. So let me see. So now you can see it says I am signed in. Once we're signed in, under the quick links option, we can go to online databases. So I just want to make sure. And we just scroll down until we see the Ebscohost logo for the EBSCO Premier Public Library package. We click the logo, and once we do, it will let us access the Ebscohost databases. I'll just wait a moment for that one to load. And so from here, we can click research and general reference databases, including ebooks, or if we just want to search the ebook collection, we can click on ebook collection. I'll click on the first option at the top. And then from that page, we can then proceed into an advanced search, and it will search across all the different databases. Okay, but before we go any further with that, Puan Leila, do you want me to start the presentation now?
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Wonderful. So I've just got a few presentation slides for everybody, and then we'll also do some demonstration. So welcome to this session on digital exploration at U-Pustaka 2023. The aim of this session is around the Ebscohost platform. My name is Jay Yurtakul. I'm a training specialist at EBSCO for Southeast Asia and Oceania. I'm also joined by my colleague Ryan Salas, who will be also presenting with me today. He will present later in the session on the EBSCO mobile app, and he will also facilitate the quiz. I will start off with a presentation and demonstration of the Ebscohost platform. I have some objectives for the session. By the end of today, I hope you leave with the following understanding, and that you'll be able to determine by how relevant they are to your initial search. Thirdly, you can also refine your search results using the limiters provided. These will allow you to limit by source type, by subject, by publication, and much more. And they will allow you to have results that are more accurate to what you're needing to do. Lastly, I do want to point out that you can save your searches. So you can set up your own profiles, personalized profiles, and then save any of your searches or your results to your personalized folder. And if you are signed in to that personalized folder, you will be able to access those items in future sessions quite easily by going back to that folder. So what EBSCO databases are available to you? So I've kind of broken this up into different categories depending on your research needs. So if what you're looking for is general research, then I think the following 4 databases would be quite useful. We've got Academic Search Premier, Funk and Wagnall's New World Encyclopedia, Masterfile Premier, and Topic Search. And each of these databases, I'll go back one step, contain full text content across a whole different range of subjects to suit a lot of different interest areas. We also have databases for business and technology. So if you are starting a small business or you want some resources for professional development at your workplace, or you want to know what are the current market, just want to know for your own reasons to develop your education skills, we've got ERIC, which stands for the Education Resource Information Centre, Primary Search, which is providing users with research on primary and elementary schools, and Professional Development Collection. If you're looking for health, whether for your own needs or because you're a caretaker, we have AHFS, Consumer Medical Information, provides patient drug information. We have Alt Health Watch, which is useful for alternative health and wellness. And we have Health Source Consumer Edition, which contains a lot of different health topics, such as medicine, nutrition, childcare, and general health. So I did already touch upon this, but I do have a slide, and these slides will be sent out to you afterwards as well. So just a reminder again, how to access that EBSCO Premier Public Library package. And if you want to, you can also choose what databases you want to access. So I'm just going to log in again, and I just want to point out, so I'll go back to research and general reference databases. If you want to, you can click into choose databases and then go to detailed view if you wanted to. It does give you a summary of the different databases that are available to you, and you can click on any of those individually if you just want to search that database. In this demonstration, however, we're going to just search across all databases and see what we can find. So we'll start off with our first search. So the example is you want to find articles on leadership. The strategy is that we could type in leadership into the search box and see what results we find. Once we have our set of results, I also want to point out some of those limiters you can use to refine your results. So again, here I am on the Ebscohost platform. The advanced search is the default search screen. We're not going to use all of the capacities of the advanced search just yet, but I do want to point out that the advanced search is useful if you want to search multiple concepts or search terms. It really enables you to do that quite effectively. I'm going to type in my word leadership, and before I commit to my search, I do want to point out that there is a drop-down feature here that does bring up a lot of popular searches that contain the word leadership. So if I wanted to, I could select instead one of these other search terms. If I want to look at leadership in management, or maybe I want to look at leadership in nursing or leadership theories. If something else is more relevant to me here, I might choose to use that as my search terms. I'm going to continue, however, with my leadership term and run my search. So once I've conducted my search, I can now start to see my search results. And you can see here there's over 3 million results. That's a lot of search results, and I don't have all the time in the world to search all of those. So that's why I do often recommend on the left-hand column to use the ability to refine results so that you can reduce the number of results, because chances are maybe not all of these are relevant to what I'm looking for. And I want to make sure the most relevant are picked up at the very beginning. So on the left-hand side, I just want to point out a couple of limiters to start us off. I can limit to full text, which means it will only show me results that do allow me to access the full text content. And I might also want to change the publication date range. So at the moment, it's showing me results from 1886, but maybe I want more recent results than that. So I'm going to change this from date to 2019. I'm going to click outside of that. It will then update my results. So you might remember I had over 3 million results, and now I have just under 600,000. So it's helped me a lot. So when I'm in a set of results, I can decide if I want to access the full text. So each of these results, where available, will show me either HTML full text or PDF full text. So PDF full text stands for Portable Document Format, and this is best used for in-text citation because it does include page numbers. HTML is a read-on-the-screen full text. It includes a translation tool and a text-to-speech tool. So let's have a look and compare the two. I'm going to first click on a PDF full text, which I can do from my search results. And as mentioned, these do often have page numbers. So if I do want to research this topic and I want to cite some of this content, I can cite to the page. I can use that for my in-text citation. The other benefit of PDF is that I can download that and easily read it offline. And as you may notice, it also contains images where possible, and it's formatted and outlined in a way that it would originally be in the actual magazine or journal publication. Now, the other thing about PDF, on the left-hand column, when I'm on a particular source, I can actually view the full contents of that issue. So I can almost look at this cover to cover as a magazine view. So I can jump through to the cover. I'll let that one load. I get the cover, and then I can go all the way to the end, and I can get the very last page as well. So if I want to, I can further explore this issue. Okay, I'm just going to go back to my result list, and I want to quickly show you the HTML full text. So with the HTML full text, I did mention it does provide you the ability to translate into a different language if you want to. So there's over 30 languages here that are represented, and I can easily translate across. I can scroll down and also use the text to speech. So I can listen to this out loud. And in the text to speech option, there is a menu to the left, and I can also download the MP3 audio and listen to that offline. Now, I also want to point out when I'm on a result, whether that's HTML full text, PDF full text, or even if I'm on the detailed record, to the right, I'll have a tools menu for that particular article. And that gives me some options to save. So I can save it to Google Drive or OneDrive, so save it to the cloud. I can also add to folder, and that is my EBSCO folder, which I will come back to. I do want to point out when I'm in a session, that EBSCO folder is temporary. So if I haven't signed in to a personalized profile on EBSCO and I'm only signed in to the institution, then that folder content will disappear. But if I choose to create my own EBSCO personalized account and sign in, then my folder contents will also be saved for future sessions. I also want to point out you can print, email, or save the article. And you can also cite the article. There is a citation tool in 9 different citation styles. So that provides you with an auto-generated, machine-generated citation that you can use if you do have a reference list that you want to add this article to. Okay, I'm just going to go back to my result list again. So I've also mentioned that you can access results, tools, you can access the tools and the save options. And the next thing I want to mention is that if you want to narrow your results down even further, you can. So at the moment, I have just under 600,000 results, but I've gone through some of these results and I've thought, I don't know if these ones are relevant to what I need. I want to reduce the set of results even further. So I'm going to go back to my limiting results option, and I want to narrow my results by source type and by publication. So on my left-hand column, I will scroll down. You see here, I've got the ability to narrow by source type, and I want to click on magazine. I just want to see magazine content. So it will update, and I'll scroll down again. So I not only want to see magazines, but I want to see a specific magazine. So if I go into publication, it tells me all the different magazines that the results come from. And I want to just see results from fortune.com. So I can tick that option. And now you can see I've just got 4,000 results, and I can start to go through these results and start to decide which articles I want to save or read. And if I find articles I do want to save, I can just save them to my folder. And you can see all these, my folder now has all these items. Now I want to go into the folder just a little bit now. As I mentioned, anything I have here, because I'm not signed in, is only tied to this session. So there's 4 items in here. but I might want to sign into my EBSCO account. So I can click on sign in. If I don't yet have a personal user account, there is an option to sign up. I can click on that. And I can either continue with Google, so I can connect my personalized EBSCO profile to a Google account if I have one, or I can just continue with an email address I have. So I can provide my first name, my email address, and set up a password, and then tick the personal data retention and usage option and create an account. Once I have an account, I can go into sign in, and I have an account already, so I'm just going to sign back into it. So you will know that you're signed in as a personal user because there'll be some changes to the display. So you'll notice now at the very top, it tells me that I'm in my account and it has my name. So it also now says sign out rather than sign in. And the logo that said Ebscohost now says my Ebscohost. And it also indicates this is my folder. You may also notice because I'm signed in, it will show me other activity. So other things that I may have saved or created. And you can create multiple folders if you want to. You just have to click on new, give the folder a name, and save it. And you can start to add items to different folders. Okay. Now, the next thing I wanted to show you is we did a basic search, but let's say again, I did a search on leadership, but you know what? I actually want to talk about women in leadership. So this is a strategy we can then use in the advanced search to make sure that we are getting the results that we want. So because there are two concepts I want to search, leadership and women, it's best to actually separate these into two rows so that I have leader in one row and women in the other, and I can use what is called an AND Boolean operator to indicate I want to connect the first concept with the second search concept. Now, you'll notice perhaps I'm going to use some other techniques. So I could search leadership, but what if I want to find articles that say things like leader, leaders as well, in order to encompass all those three words? Instead of having to write each of those words out 3 times, I can actually just simply write leader and then have an asterisk, and it will capture all 3 of those words. Now, with woman, I might want to search woman singular or women plural. So instead of having to type out those 2 words, I can instead put a question mark to replace the A and the A. And that acts as a wildcard. So it means I'll be able to find both the variations. And you can do this with any word that has a character substitution variation. Likewise, the asterisk can be used anywhere where you want to search the stem of a word, followed by an asterisk, and then retrieve variations. So I'm going to run this search. I'm going to refresh my page. I'll click on the logo to do that. I'm going to search leader, followed by an asterisk, leave the and, start my second row with woman, with a question mark where the A or the E would go, and I'm going to run my search. Now, I've got over 1 million results, so that's a lot of results. You can already see here it mentions leaders, women. The subject here mentions leadership and women. And however, I can see the second section, it will have the word women, but it's probably in the abstract. This third one has women and leadership in the title. So you can see all the different results and how women are featured. Now, if I want to make this search even more precise, then I can add a qualifier. So I can select a specific field to search in. And the field I'm going to choose is subject terms. So subject terms is a great way to make a more specific search. It basically indicates that you want to search these terms as a subject, as a key subject area of the article, and it will search across this subjects field. So every article contains subjects, and subjects indicate what are the main features or concept of that article. So by searching subject terms, I can guarantee I'll only find articles where each of these terms are a major or main concept of the article. So I'll now rerun my search with the subject terms. And now you'll notice I've only got 16,000 results. So not as many results, but results that are more precise as to what I'm looking for. So this is just a little strategy you can use to narrow your results to things that are more specific to what you need. And we can keep adding that to our folders. So I'll just add it to a test folder and we can keep going from there. Now, if we create a search that we really like, we might want the database to let us know when there are new articles for that search. So to do this, we click on the share option and we can create an email alert. So I have to be signed in, which I am. If I'm signed in, it will show me an email to section, and I just provide the email address that I want to send the alert to. Then below that, there are some general settings. So I suggest how frequently I want the alert to run: once a day, once a week, twice a month, or once a month. And then articles. Do I only want articles published more recently, or they can be articles published further back, or maybe I don't want any limit. So once I decide on my settings, I can save that alert and it will let me know when there are new results for that alert. But the other thing I can do is I can go back to the share option and I can just simply add the search to a folder. And so that means, let's say I leave the database for a day and I forgot what the search was. That's fine. As long as I add it to my folder and I sign back in, I can go to my folder and I can go to persistent links to searches, and I'll just scroll all the way to the end. Oh, hang on. Where is it? And there it is at number 7. And it gives me the link so I can easily rerun that search. Okay. So before I finish up this session, I just want to quickly also mention you can access ebooks. So there are 2 options. You can read them online or you can download them offline. So to read online, you don't have to actually have a MyEBSCO account. You can just sign into the National Library of Malaysia, U-Pustaka login, and you can just read online from there. So I'm going to run a search on just education. I'm searching across all databases. And what I can do from here, on my left-hand column, where I have the source type, I can click Show More, and I can indicate that I just want to search across the ebooks. So I can tick that option and update. And then I can start to go through these ebooks. So from the search result page, I can see the title of the ebook, the author, some of the key information, subjects that are indexed for that ebook, and also how I can access the full text, whether I read it online in PDF or EPUB, or how I can fully download it and basically check it out for a certain period of time. Below that, I've got my table of contents, so I can easily jump into a particular section of the ebook online. And I also have the most relevant pages. So it tells me which pages my keywords are most commonly found on, and I can easily jump into those pages. Now, I want to point out that often ebooks come in 2 formats, either PDF or EPUB. PDF is best for desktops and laptops, and EPUB is best for mobile devices. So I'll just click on the PDF full text as an example, and I can just simply start to read this online after it loads. So this is a bit too big for me, so I might zoom out. So, sorry. And if I want to, I can flick left and right. So go across the pages as if you're turning the pages of a book. I can fit to page width. So that might be easier to read left to right. But if I want to see the entire contents of the page, I can fit to height. And I can also use the full screen option. On the left-hand side, I could easily just jump. Maybe I want to jump past some of these pages and I want to look at one of these sections. So I can click into a section and I can easily start to read through it. So I can scroll down the page, but as mentioned, I also can flick left to right if I find that easier. And I might want to zoom in, for example, to easily read this. Now, you do have options to actually download pages to keep. So you have the download symbol next to each of these sections. So if I want to keep one of these sections, I can click that download link and I can download the entire chapter. This chapter is 4 pages long. You'll notice I do have a page limit. So the page limit here, for example, is 100 pages. And if I download 4, I'll still have 96 pages left. So I'll just download that, for example. Those 4 pages are mine to keep. There's no restrictions on those pages I download from here. A couple of other things, I do have my tools menu, so I can use the cite tool if I want to. There's 9 different citation styles, same as the articles. I can use the dictionary tool. So if there's a word I come across, I'm not sure of the meaning, I can easily type it in and find a definition. And there is the ability as well to save. So the save pages is exactly what I just showed you before, the download tool. But if I choose, so save pages, as the name suggests, it will download and save it locally. I can choose instead to email pages, but you do notice because I've already taken out 4 pages, it keeps reducing the number till it gets to 0. And I can also choose instead to print pages. Okay, I'm just going to go back to my result list. And the other thing I want to point out is you can also download ebooks and read them offline. As mentioned before, you do actually need that free personalized MyEBSCO login if you want to check out the book. So to get the full download and read that offline without an internet connection, you need to have your free personalized account login. And you also need to download the Adobe Digital Edition software to read the book within that software. So I'll show you quickly. I can click here on full download and it will pop up. So you can see here I can only have 2 ebooks checked out at once. So I currently do have other ebooks checked out. Let me see, where are they? Hang on. Apologies, I didn't realize I had other ebooks checked out, but sorry. So because I have some other ebooks checked out, it won't let me borrow, but basically what would happen is you'd be able to borrow that ebook. So I might just run a search again. So you would be able to borrow that ebook and so download an ebook. And so once you've downloaded it, I might just quickly open up Adobe Digital Editions. Once you download it, you do have up to 7 days that you can download an ebook within the time frame of. And once you download that file, you can open it up in Adobe Digital Editions. I'll just give you a quick example, and then you can open up that ebook and use Adobe Digital Editions to read that ebook. Now, once you've finished the ebook, you can return it early if you want to by right-clicking Return Borrow Item. So I might just quickly return some of these items. Okay, and let's see now if I can download another separate item. So let me try again. Okay, so now I can borrow this one. So I have up to 7 days I can borrow, and I can pick a day between 1 and 7 days. I'll just pick one. And this book is available to download as PDF, so that's fine. If I don't have Adobe Digital Editions, I do need to tick this link to go and download and install that. Otherwise, if I have it, I can tick it and then I can download the ebook. So once it's downloaded, I can click on it and it will actually load up for me. So I'll just wait for that to load. And now I can start to go through this. So again, you can see there's the table of contents. I can scroll downwards to jump through the ebook. On the middle page, if I had any bookmarks, I could create a bookmark. It will then show up in this bookmark tab. And let me see. Those are the two options I have available for this ebook. Now, as I mentioned, so it does tell me how much longer I have to read this ebook. So I borrowed it for 1 day, so there's 23 hours remaining. If I want to return early, I can return borrowed item. If I have any expired ebooks, you'll notice after the due date, it just expires. You cannot open them. It will not let you. But if you want to just tidy up your library on Adobe Digital Editions, you can just remove it. So you can remove the ones that are expired. And I might just remove, hang on. And I might just return this borrowed item. Okay. Oops, didn't mean to click on that. So I'll just quickly point out some common questions for EBSCO ebooks. So how many ebooks can you check out and download at one time? The answer is you can have 2 at a time. How long can you loan an ebook? So you can loan it for 7 days. Now, can you renew an ebook? No, you can't actually extend the loan, but you can, after you return it, check it back out again if it's available. As mentioned, if you want to download an ebook and check it out so you can read it offline, you do in fact need your MyEBSCO folder set up. Do you need additional software to read a downloaded ebook? Yes, if you're using it on desktops and laptops, you need Adobe Digital Editions. Now, if you decide to download an ebook chapter, when I showed you in the ebook reader how you can download a certain amount of pages to keep, those won't ever expire. And when I finish up, Ryan will also go through the EBSCO mobile app that you can use to download and read ebooks in that environment as well. So overall, before I turn across to Ryan, I do want to point out some help resources. So this slide deck will be sent out to attendees. So here are some links that you can then go through to find more information. So that's the end for me. We can either leave questions to the end, or if there are any questions now, I'm happy to answer those.
Okay, Jay. I don't know if they have any question. Okay. Tuan-tuan dan puan, jika ada soalan, boleh terus tanyakan di ruangan komen. Nanti kami akan bantu untuk menjawab, dan ataupun Jay terus boleh menjawab juga ya. Okay ya. Yes, we have question. May I know how to find retraction paper on this database?
What was the question, sorry?
May I know how to find retraction paper on this database?
Retraction paper?
Yeah.
Sorry, what's a retraction paper?
Encik Jeffrey, boleh describekan apa maksud tu? Kita tunggu dia respon dekat ruangan komen ya. Okay. Sementara tu mungkin tim Ebscohost yang ada dalam YouTube tu boleh membantu untuk jawab soalan Encik Jeffrey di ruangan komen tu. Untuk yang lain-lain, ramai yang menyertai kita pagi ni. Okey. Tuan-tuan dan puan, untuk bertanya boleh terus tulis di ruang komen. Nanti pihak kami akan bantu. Okey, sementara tu J pun boleh juga menjawab terus soalan tuan-tuan dan puan tu. Okay, Jay. So we have e-magazine. We have magazine and we also have e-books. Is it?
So we have a few different types of sources. So you can find out all the different types. So you can run a search and then you can go into source type and show more. So what we have here are magazines, news, articles, academic journals, trade publications, reports, reviews, overviews. There's some primary source documents. We have dissertations or theses, books, biographies, ebooks, government documents, and pamphlets as well.
Oh, okay, great. And all this we can have it full text, is it?
Yeah, as we just put the full text limiter on, and that will show you which ones you can access in full text. So a lot of this content you can access in full text.
Okay, wonderful. Great. Baiklah tuan-tuan dan puan, apa yang kita dah mesti dah kongsikan, kita ada banyak sumber yang kita boleh gunakan untuk membuat penulisan kita, pembacaan kita ataupun kita ada tugasan, semua kita boleh gunakan bahan rujukan ini ya. Semuanya percuma, full text and free. Tiada masalah. Di mana-mana juga anda berada, at any time, at anywhere, 24/7. You can access Ebscohost. Alright? Okay. So next, we will go to the apps mobile. Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll hand over to Ryan.
Okay. The floor is yours, Ryan.
Thank you, Lila. Just going to share my screen. For Android or iOS devices, find and read resources on EBSCO mobile app, and finally locate support materials. And EBSCO mobile app thus allows users to conduct their search and research process whenever you are, allowing progress to be made anytime, anywhere, and with seamless integration between your desktop or your mobile devices. And you can also find and connect to your library to simply search, choose, and use your library's content. And in addition, the apps also enables users to download ebooks and read them in the app without needing an Adobe or Adobe Digital Editions app. And the mobile app or the EBSCO mobile app is also available, as mentioned, for both Apple and Android devices. And here are the features of the EBSCO mobile app. First is it's available for both Android and iOS. It also has provision for Find My Library by search or GPS location. It provides multi-preferred authentication methods. It keeps you signed in for 30 days and save your user ID and password. It provides support for Ebscohost or EDS with full text finder. You can also start using the app with or without a personal account. And you can also have institutional branding and personalized greetings. And you can also discover subjects and access popular and you can also resume reading recently viewed items, and you can also quick search and save for later. You can also read or listen on the go, and you can stay organized with EBSCO accounts. You can share this with your friends or colleagues, and you can configure your multi-user profiles, and it also has inbuilt feedback option. Now I'm just going to switch over to my phone and I'll share my screen and I'll show you how we can access the EBSCO mobile app. And I hope that everyone can see my screen. And as you can see, I have already downloaded the app, and we can tap on the EBSCO app. Since I'm using an iPhone, I downloaded it using the App Store. But if you're using an Android, you can search the EBSCO mobile app on Google Play Store, and we can tap on the EBSCO app. And this is the interface of the EBSCO mobile app. And from this page, you just have to log in and sign into your account, and you can click on Get Started button in here. And as you can see, the app will ask you to sign in by finding the name of your institution. You can also find your institution by searching by postal code or city, or you can also click the Use My Location, and this will search for your current location to sign in. And this is a useful feature, especially if you're going to access the app within the vicinity of your campus or the institution. And from here, we can tap the search box and enter the name of the institution. For example, and once you find your institution, you can click on the institution's name and click on Connect Your Institution. And you can log in using the credentials. You just have to click Continue. And you can log in using the credentials provided by your institution, or you can also sign in with Google if you have created a personal user account with Google. And you can tap in Sign In with Google button and follow the prompts to log in. And since I have created my own account, or I know my user ID or password, I can click on this one and type in my user ID and password. And I'm just going to use my user ID and password. Click on or tap in on the sign in button. And as you can see, we have already logged into our account, and this is the default landing page of the app. And it says here, welcome researcher. And if you have used the option to authenticate using your institutional's login details, the app will recognize you as an anonymous researcher. But you can click on the person icon in here and sign in to your My Ebscohost. Or you can also create an account as well. And once you have signed in, you'll notice that your name will appear on the upper left-hand side of the screen. And we can go ahead and conduct a search from this one. Now, we can click on the magnifying glass in here, and it will show us the search bar or the search box. And in here, we can enter our search terms. And as you can see as well, we have here a few limiters that we can use. And the limiters or the filter keys are located at the top to filter content to peer-reviewed to full text, or you can also change the date ranges by clicking on the drop-down, and you can filter the search or the search result to either past year, past 5 years, or even past 10 years. Now we can go ahead and conduct our search, and we can type in marketing as our search term. And notice that when I start typing, the app automatically tries to recommend term, and we can click on one of the suggested terms if we want to, but we can also type in our keyword, and the suggested searches in here is helpful, especially if you want to broaden the scope of your search. Now I can click on this one, or I can also tap on the search button here. And you can also search by title, author, ISBN, or keyword. And as you can see, these are the results. And from here, we can also apply limiters to further refine our results. We can click on the peer-reviewed in here if you like to search for articles that have been peer-reviewed. And we can also access the full text, and it will only retrieve articles with full text. And you can also filter by date by clicking on the drop-down. And you can filter by past year, past 5 years, or even past 10 years if you want to. And you can also configure the source type by clicking on the drop-down. And it will show us a substantial list of source types that we can click. As you can see, we have here academic journals, magazines, news, trade publications, overviews, report, and so on. Now, if you want to access a specific source type, you can tick on one of these boxes. For example, you want to limit your search to just books. You can click on books, and it will show you the list containing books, or you can also choose academic journals if you want to. Now, from here, we can also see the abstract of the article or the source. And we also have here the title and the publication information. And if we limit this one to just books, for example, it will also allow us to read this book or read the articles in book format rather. And we can also untick this one or even just select the article if you want to, and you can scroll through the list and you can decide whether you want this to access this one. And you can also expand your search by excluding the limiters that you have applied. And for example, you just want to search for magazines, you can click on magazines also. And let's try to access one of the results by clicking on the title. And at the very bottom, we have here the access options. And as you can see, this is the abstract of the article. And we also have here the subjects. And if I click on this one, it will link us out to another search result. And if we scroll further, we also have here the authors, the document type, the ISSN, and the publication type. And we also have the access options in here. And we have the option to read this one online through full text, or we can also read this one in PDF, or we can also listen to this one. Now, if I click on the PDF full text, let's just wait for the app to load. Yeah, as you can see, this is the PDF version of the article. As you can see, I can scroll through the page and read, and I can pinch to zoom this one. And we can also access this one through online full text. And if I click on this one, it will show us that we can access this one in PDF and online. As you can see, this is the online version of the article. And as you can see, these are the results. And let's try to find another resource. For example, we want to search for magazines, which we have did before. And we can also sort by reviews, biographies, and books. And if we log in, it will allow us to also download ebooks. And if I sign into my account, and I'm just going to log into my account. There you go. And for example, we want to search for an ebook. And if we type in a specific title here, for example, marketing, and for example, this is an ebook. And if I click on this one, it will show us the abstract of the ebook. And as you can see, we have here the access options at the very bottom. And we can click on download ebook. And as you can see, it will allow us to choose the length or the checkout length of the ebook. And we can configure this one to 1 day, or we can check out this ebook after 30 days. And once we have decided how long we want to check out this book, we can download this ebook. And then you can then access the ebook. And you can access this ebook offline. And this is ideal if you want to use the app and you're offline, or you're just riding on a train, and you can use this ebook or this app to read the ebook. And as you can see, we can also read this one online. For example, let's try again. And we can read this one online. And as you can see, this is the title page of the ebook. And to move from one page to another, you just have to click on the arrow keys in here. And it will move you to another page. And from here, you can also zoom in or zoom out by clicking on the positive and negative button in here. And as you can see, we also have here the 3-dot menu icon. And if I click on this one, it will show us different options. And as you can see, we can grab the citation from here. And this feature in here provides citation in 9 different styles. And if I click on the drop down, it will show us 9 different styles of citation. And for example, we want to save this one or grab the citation in APA 7th edition. We can tap on this one and click on copy to keyboard or clipboard. And we can also export this citation. And you can see we have here a list of exporting options. And once you have decided which citation format you want to use, you can tap on, for example, you want to access this one. You can tap on this one. My app in here is a little sluggish, and just going to, apologies for this, click on this one again. And if I click on the 3-dot menu icon again, it will also show us that we can share this specific ebook, or we can click on the create link and copy to clipboard, and you can share this to your colleagues or to your friends. And you can also view the details of this ebook. And as you can see, we have here 2 of 3 copies remaining. And we also have here the full text ebook download and the additional details that we can access. And we can also access the table of contents. And the table of contents in here will allow us to jump into the specific chapter of this book. And if I click on this one, it will redirect me to the specific chapter. And we can also search within this ebook if we want to. For example, we want to search for a term house, or another one. As you can see, it will show us 129 results. Now, if you're done reading this book, you just have to click on or tap on the done button located at the upper left-hand column of your screen. And as mentioned, you can also download this one. And you can go to the main screen of the app, and you can click on the bookmark icon here. And you can go to ebooks, and it will show you all the ebooks titles that you have checked out. And that's how you can access the EBSCO mobile app. And is there anything you want to know that I haven't covered yet? And I'm just going to also, before I end my presentation, I'm also going to show you a different help resources that you can access. And the slide deck in here will be sent to you. And as you can see, I have provided a few resources that you can access. And if I click on one of these links, it will link us out to EBSCO Connect. And it will show us...
Sorry, Ryan, are you sharing the screen?
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, apologies for this. I'm just going to share my screen again. Apologies for this. So going back, this is the help resources that we have provided. As you can see, this is the Connect, EBSCO Connect, and these are the links. And if I click on one of the links, it will link us out to EBSCO Connect landing page. And as you can see, we have here the EBSCO mobile app quick start guide. And that's how we can access additional support materials. And for the exciting part of this session, Jay and I have also provided a game for all of you. And this will be done through a quiz. And the mechanics are there will be 10 questions which are related to the topics that Jay and I have discussed, and you have to answer all the questions within 10 minutes. And whoever will finish the quiz with the highest number of correct answers with the shortest period of time will win the grand prize. And there will be 20 winners, including three grand prize winners. And the winner or the winners will be conducted after the session. Now, to access the quiz, you can scan the QR code in here. And you can also access the link in here, and it will link you out to the Google form. And
Ryan,
yes,
okay, sorry for interrupt. Okay, before we start the quiz, I need to inform the participant. Okay, tuan-tuan dan puan, sebentar lagi kita akan adakan sesi quiz. Harap tuan-tuan dan puan boleh bersedia, ya. Pastikan anda berpeluang untuk memenangi hadiah istimewa daripada Ebscohost, ya. Okey, sebelum itu, pihak admin telah meletakkan link untuk video cara menjadi ahli pustaka dan juga cara untuk mengakses Ebscohost. Tuan-tuan dan puan boleh klik dan simpan video tersebut untuk sebagai rujukan. Boleh jadikan sebagai reference untuk tuan-tuan dan puan, kongsikan bersama rakan-rakan dan juga kepada orang lain juga, ya. So saya juga, pihak admin juga akan letakkan link untuk kehadiran dan juga penilaian program. Jadi tuan-tuan dan puan-puan boleh isi borang tersebut. Pastikan maklumat yang diberikan adalah yang betul, ya. Pihak admin akan letakkan di ruangan komen link borang kehadiran dan juga penilaian program, ya. Okey. Dan sementara itu tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, seperti yang telah dimaklumkan oleh Mr. Ryan, kita akan ada quiz, kita ada hadiah yang disediakan untuk 20 orang pemenang. Okay. Ada 3 hadiah utama. We have 3 grand prize dan kita ada 17 hadiah sagu hati. Yeah. And 17 for consolation. So everyone stay tuned and get ready for quiz. Okay. So Ryan, I had informed the participant that we will get ready for the quiz. Meanwhile, the admin also already put the link for evaluation form for this program and also video how to access Ebscohost so they can do their reference. Okay, so Ryan, let's start the quiz. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Leila. And just a reminder, please make sure that you type in your complete name, your telephone number, and your email address as well, so that we can easily contact you if ever you win the grand prizes or if you're one of the 20 winners. And I'll just set the timer, and good luck everyone, and enjoy the quiz.
How long they have time to answer?
They will be given 10 minutes to complete the quiz, and whoever has the highest number with the shortest amount of time will win the 3 grand prizes and 17 minor prizes. And I'm just going to set the timer, and they can now access the quiz.
Okay. Admin also have put the link for quiz. Everyone can access and start to answer the quiz. Now, you have 10 minutes.
Yeah. You can also access the QR code to access the form.
Can you share us the QR code again?
They can just scan the code if
yes.
in the slide deck in here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We are nervous. I'm getting nervous.
Good luck, everyone.
Okay. So the participant, do the best. The first and the correct answer is the winner. Sementara menjawab soalan tu, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, pihak admin telah letakkan di ruangan komen link borang kehadiran dan penilaian program. Sila klik dan boleh isi kemudian. Pastikan anda klik dahulu ya. Kemudian nanti boleh isi ya. Dan video untuk menjadi ahli pustaka dan juga video cara untuk mengakses Ebscohost juga linknya telah diletakkan di ruangan komen ya. Boleh klik dan nanti boleh save video tersebut. Okay, Ryan, do we have how many participants respond to the quiz?
As of now, we have 31 respondents.
31?
And we still, yes, it's now 33. And
Wow.
they still have 6 minutes to go to finish the quiz.
Okay, so they still have time. Go, 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 go.
Now we have 39 respondents now.
Wow.
Let's see, the responses are increasing. And good luck, everyone. You still have 6 minutes to go.
This time, many participants will can join the quiz, can have more winner. So don't worry, everyone. You still have time and opportunity to win the prize. Okay.
Now we have 46 responses. 4 more minutes before the timer ends.
Okay, everyone. For those who are already answered the quiz, please stay tuned. We will know who is the winner soon, okay? Do they still have time?
They still have 2 more minutes before the timer ends.
The question is easy. Is it, Jay? The question is easy?
Hope so. Hope so.
The participant only focus. Okay. They already respond in the comment. They had done. Okay, great. And please stay tuned. Please stay tuned with us. Okay.
Yeah, 50 more seconds and then we're done.
Okay, everyone, we still have 15 seconds to go. For those already done, okay, congratulations, but please stay tuned until we know who is the winner. Okay. Sementara kita menunggu, tuan-tuan dan perempuan boleh jawab soalan borang penilaian, borang kehadiran dan penilaian program, ya. Link telah diletakkan di ruangan komen. Boleh jawab dan boleh hantar, ya. Okay. Dan pastikan link video yang diberikan sebagai rujukan tu boleh save dan tuan-tuan boleh gunakan nanti untuk sebagai rujukan, ya.
Time's up, everyone.
Okay, the quiz session is finished. Okay, so we will wait for the winner. I think Ryan already had the grand prize winner, is it?
Yes, I have already cascaded the results.
Okay, we have the result for the grand prize. Okay. Can we Ryan, can you announce for the
All right, no worries. The
Sorry.
three grand prizes are, first is Hillary Cumin, and these are the three grand prize winners. First is Hillary Cumin, and second is Samsul Barin, and third is Siti Aisha binti Ahmad Fuzi. And I can share this one in the chat box. And for the minor prizes, for the 17 others, we have here Rufilan Erimas Rusli. And I'm just going to these are the grand prize winners. First is Hillary Cumin, followed by Samsung Barin. Next is Siti Aisha binti Ahmad Fauzi. And for our minor prizes, we have Rufilan Erimas Rusli, followed by Norhaja. Next is Nur Nadira Ahmad Tahudin. Followed by Nur Surayawati Kaling. Next is Ashanani. Next is Ainon Lambun. Followed by Fatima Abdul Hai. Next is Helnini Anak Hansen. Next is Wan Nur Aisha binti Wan. Next is Hazwan Hazir. Followed by Farah Nabila Maidin. Next is Jovita Jovi Julius. Next is, this one is Villa. Next is Haniza Bit Hamza. Next is Baharudin Abad Raman, sorry. Next is Rose Lela Wati Salim. Followed by Rose Fatima Wasi. And that will be all. And those are the top 20 winners. And congratulations to the winners. And I'll send your email address to Lela. And congrats again for the grand prize winners as well as the minor prizes.
Okay, congratulations. Thank you, Ryan. Congratulations for the winners. Okay, everyone. Tuan-tuan dan perempuan, email yang telah masa menjawab kuis tadi, email telah diberikan ya. Jadi pihak Ebscohost akan menghantar hadiah kepada tuan-tuan dan perempuan. Jadi dia akan ambil masa sedikitlah 2 hingga 3 minggu untuk buat untuk mengepos hadiah tersebut kerana hadiah tu daripada Singapura ya. Jadi dia akan ambil masa 2 hingga 3 minggu. Saya minta tuan-tuan dan perempuan untuk bersabar menantikan hadiah dari Ebscohost. Okey. Tahniah diucapkan kepada semua pemenang, tahniah diucapkan kepada semua peserta yang menyertai kuis kita pada pagi ini. Okey. Alright, Jay and Ryan, so we are to the ending. Okay. Do you have anything to say to the participant before we end?
Were there any other questions from the participants?
From the question from Mr. Jeffrey, we already answered. So I don't think so. We have others. We don't have the question from the participant.
That's all right. I'll just say thank you to everyone for coming along to this session and sitting in on the session. I hope everyone has found it enjoyable. And thank you to Ryan for that wonderful presentation on EBSCO mobile app and for facilitating that quiz for us. And also, Partner Leila, thank you very much for hosting this session and organizing it.
Okay, you're welcome. So, Mr. Ryan, do you have anything to say to the participant?
Yeah, thanks everyone for attending this session, and I hope that today's session has been helpful to you. And also congratulations to the winners, and thank you for Jay as well for facilitating the training, and for Leila also for having us. And it's been a pleasure to be with you, and we hope to see you again soonest. Thanks everyone.
Okay, you're welcome, Mr. Ryan and Miss J. Okay, we also would like to express our thank you very much for having us and join us and sharing to us how to use the Ebscohost. Hopefully, everyone can have this and enjoy to access Ebscohost. Okay, thank you very much, Jay and Ryan. Okay, baiklah tuan-tuan dan perempuan. Sekarang kita dah sampai penghujung program. Jadi, saya mohon kerjasama tuan-tuan dan perempuan. Sekali lagi, pastikan tuan-tuan dan perempuan telah mengisi borang di link kehadiran dan juga penilaian program. Pastikan tuan-tuan dan perempuan dah save link video untuk jadi ahli pustaka dan juga untuk cara-cara mengakses ke Ebscohost. Jadi video ini tuan-tuan boleh jadikan sebagai rujukan ya, dan boleh kongsikan kepada rakan-rakan dan keluarga. Okay, jadi tuan-tuan dan perempuan, saya harap apa yang kita kongsikan pagi ini dapat dimanfaatkan. Pastikan guna Ebscohost tanpa ragu-ragu. Tiada bayaran, free for everyone, 24/7, access anywhere at any time. Ya, jadi saya harap tuan-tuan dan puan dapat manfaat dari apa yang kita kongsikan. Dan saya juga nak maklumkan kita akan ada lagi sesi eksplorasi digital yang kita akan jalankan pada bulan 2, iaitu kita akan ada pada 9 Februari kita akan ada sesi latihan bersama Island Ace, ya, 9 Februari. Pastikan tuan-tuan dan puan sentiasa bersama kami, ya, di Eksplorasi Digital at U-Pustaka. Baiklah, saya tinggalkan tuan-tuan dan puan. Sebelum tu saya nak ucapkan ribuan terima kasih. Terima kasih pada hari ini ramai yang menyertai kita sehingga ke akhir program ini. Terima kasih dan saya doakan tuan-tuan dan puan sentiasa sihat dan manfaatkan apa yang kita kongsikan pada pagi ini. Terima kasih diucapkan dan saya tinggalkan tuan-tuan dan puan dengan lafaz Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih semua. Bye-bye. Thank you very much everyone.
Bye.
Bye everyone.
Bye.